get to it. So let's do it.
So elbow knee will touch the body, feel full extension, and we're same thing. About 10 reps each side. Really squeeze your core. Try to make sure your hips and shoulders are stable and not placing a ball on your back. So the ball roll off, or it's stabilized. So you're trying to find that balance. From there, we're going to go to this small plank. When that plank, you're going to push the hips back, push your shoulders back onto a pipe, stretch your calves, find the tightness, stretch your shoulders, and you're going to bring your hips down to the floor, lift your shoulders into that up dog position. Right? So try to shoulder blades, up to the ceiling. We're going to float those to the table, up dog, lift up, lift down. I move at your own pace. Feel your body come off of where you are, attention. Try to breathe and focus into those areas. Return to that point, and we're going to go into the throws raised stretch. We're going to walk the right foot outside your right hand, and then you're going to rotate that right hand up towards the ceiling. We're going to try to keep that back knee straight, so we're going to try to stay on that back knee, try to keep it off the ground, go into a deeper switch. And here you can stay on the same side, or you can alternate, but make sure you get both sides. So let's stay here for a good second. You'll work return to that plank. You're going to walk the feet up to the handstand tall. Now, more lunge with the reach. Once we come to that reach, also a heavy back and you should feel a stretch ready on the sole that's on the side all the way to the heel pressure. Big stretch, big release, and alternate sides. Step forward, behind your balance, reach, fade back, there you go. Now open the front side of the body. With more I'm going to go reverse one, so you step back. Grab your leg off the hand, rotate. That T-spine rotation that we're going on this joint with the opposite hand of it. And we're going to alternate big rotations. Dig into those big bases. Alright, now turn sideways, first one side of the knees, moving over into a lateral lunge. Alternating side. If you want to add a rotation, you can get more T-spine word. Add a rotation at the end of that lunge. Put your hips back. Try to work through the groin. Nice work there. I'm going to go a little more dynamic. We're going to go to small roll-ups. We're trying to push and flex the toes, trying to walk the toes up. Try to work the tibial muscles. Those muscles on the shin bone. Go a little higher. And then we'll go to the base skips. This is a small skip on the arms. Alright, let's take that back. Keep the body if you want to. Once the next side stay. Continue to mobilize when you get back. I'm going to look through, feel the tired or roll like those.
All right, y'all, let's get it. Got to warm up.
All right, here we go, 11:30. All right, let's demo. Listen up. Tony's leg day, there's some challenges for sure. But the point of the workout is to manage your load. We've been working it. We've been peaking. We've been going high to low, high intensities, more strength based through the entire room. So just be mindful if you have to control your effort. All right, we're not really going to ever slow down, but you got to manage stress. You got to manage coming out of a fatigue station and keeping up your rhythm and your tempo. All right. So on open gym, so we have 12 groups. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start the workout at open gym. All right. We have a body perfect box now. We have a coach down right here. She's going to peel herself off the ground and she's going to peel into that box. Okay. Just to the floor, box down right there. Remember we talked about the tempo and movement and the training of endurance. So try not to stop, just going to a regression. So that will step into the box if you have a aggressive or you get fatigue, even if it's really strong, just try to keep the body moving. And we can step through that regression without actually stopping. We keep our rate going and we still train our endurance. Cool. Now we're going on to turn one. Here we go. So we have that body that was clean. So when I press it all the way up, we're going to clean it, and then we're going to do a reverse lunge. So you reverse lunge each step. And when she comes up, she's going to clean and hit the other side. Alright? So between each body clean, you're going to do a reverse lunge. It's important to keep the core tight, find your balance, even when fatigue sets in, to make sure you have a nice balance and you have your shoulders over the toes to enhance that glute drop. Good. From there, we go to turn two. We have a wedge, elevated heel. Cyclist squat. So we saw this earlier in the week, I believe it was Tuesday. We're going on 3, 2, 1 progression. So what that means on an eccentric walk, when you're going down, you're going to count to 3. When you get to the bottom, that 2 is a 2-second pause. And then that 1 is a explosive squat to the top. Alright, so right here, those two movements in open gym and turn one, they're going to get your heart rate up. Right here we have to control. Time on attention, it's still going to burn, it's still going to be a challenge. But right here is where we control the heart rate and try to slow the heart rate down. Alright, y'all see the new glute bend box having on set. Back there, I always tell the ladies, the bottom of the bra strap, or guys, like just think about the shoulder blade, the bottom of the shoulder blade, putting on that box. wrist up, eyes up. Alright? Try to really get a heavy load. Make sure we enhance the glutes by pushing the knees out. Alright, so if you get lazy and heavy lower like you lift, most people don't have glute medium, especially if you're working in the office. So naturally, you're easily going to go in. If you're flat footed, your glutes won't be in. So you go through the entire lower while you work out and not get the muscle that you need to get. Just not on the muscles when you have that a lot. Now it's facing in, but once we start here, we actually want to face the rib bone. Alright, not tension rush right there. Make sure we mention that the hips as a good hinge movement. We see a lot of squats right here, not squat, it's a hinge. Alright? Once we go there, we want to twist here. We're trying to find that tempo. It's 90 seconds of work. So we're trying to find the tempo. We're not resting and powerhouse. We still want to go at a nice pace. You see our fat here, man. Really, she's at a good tempo, and we're going to try to hold that for that entire 90 seconds. Once we get to the rib bone, we have a 4-4. What that means is we're going to speed 4 times. On that 4th time, you're going to catch the bar. You're going to go into 4 front squats. When she gets to those front squats, her elbows are elevated, they're lifted. That's going to keep the bar on your shoulders. Alright, it's going to take a lot of pressure off your arms. Same thing here, when you get low to your squat, push your knees out, don't let the knees low. Good work, man. Once we get the earlier street. So when you have the trap bar, same here, it's going to be a hip hinge movement. There's a lot of hinges right here. So now we have the elevated steppers, which is going to enhance the stretch even more. So you're going to push the hips back, line the stretch and hamstring. Bingo. Retract the shoulder blades. This is a big hamstring movement, so you should feel a lot in hamstrings. On the way up, you know, squeeze your glutes and enhance the glute right there. Alright? So remember, we should squat here. Once you get to the stretch to finish the work, that's going to be more of the knee down in action, and that's where we challenge this program. Yeah. So we have a contralateral calf flex position. So the leg that's in front, you're going to have the kettlebell opposite arm. It's going to throw your balance off, alright? So that's the problem we're forcing, but you as an athlete have to solve that. You have to find, that's the whole area. Remember, we always want our knees going out. I would let me go out and in, okay? That's back pain and knee pain. To set the tempo off switch here, to slow it down, you can recover. We're going to have a outward slope on that 25% incline. Stay low, right in the quads. This is where we got to be on the work. And only thing I have is the switch sides, alright? So just remember the leg that's in the front. The kettlebell on the opposite side. And we're going to finish with a ballistic sprint. This is a sprint, alright? It's not a break, it's not a recovery. We should see arms moving, we should see knees moving. Alright, we're going to have 2 laps, alright? 12 groups, 4 minutes, and 90 seconds of work each station. So we're going to see this entire room 2 times. So on this first lap, just kind of find where you are. Find your tempo, and that second lap, we've already seen it. So we need to. Alright, so I'm going to say this. Yes. Y'all ready to see on the clock? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Not 2, let's go.
Drink
Now we have time to